Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm Comic Man Andy. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, consider hitting that subscribe button. And while you guys are here hanging out, hit one of those reaction buttons down below and leave a comment. I'm amped. I hope you guys are amped. We're going to touch bases a little bit on the Mandalorian, that opening episode this morning. So really appreciate your guys' time. Let's nerd out for 10 or so minutes. It's great to talk to you guys. I love this connective tissue that we get to share. But yeah, stay tuned. We're going to do this. Yeah, warning, and let me flash that again really quick. There might be some spicy words. There might be a little of adult language here. That's okay. Turn back if that's not your thing. Also, doubly warning, there will be spoilers. I'm gonna pause for a moment. There will be spoilers. I'm not gonna hold back. There will be spoilers. So if you haven't watched the episode or you don't want things to be spoiled, please turn back, go watch that episode, and come back. Tell me what you think. I'm gonna ask you guys a question at the end here. Yeah, if go ahead and watch season 1 too. Let me shout out this chat really quick. Great to see everybody here hanging out. My mom was tailgating. Appreciate it, Mom. Animali Comics. Hey, hope to see you back. Catch you on the rewind. Herminio Reyes Jr. Thank you very much. Catch that on the rewind, or catch this on the rewind. Happy Halloween to you as well. Perry Comics, good to see you, man. Appreciate your time. Z Collects, good to see you. Hope you're doing well out there. Oh, yeah. Lunchtime's a good time. Dustin, yeah. Good to see you. Appreciate it, man. And now that's a name. That's a name. All right, Dustin, yeah. Go back, watch season 1. Maybe half a day. It won't take you too long. Then go watch number 1, season 2. Come back here and catch us on the rewind. Once again, thank you everybody for your time. Let's nerd out really quick. Let's talk about this. Once again, warning, spoilers. I'm going to go into this. And I got the video pulled up here. I caught this as soon as it opened up. So awesome job, Disney, at 3:01 a.m. The website was just a tad slow, but everything worked without problem. I can imagine a ton of people were watching. Ran smoothly this morning when I watched it again. I think I've watched it like 3 times. I'm not as good on my Star Wars. I'm not as spun up on my Star Wars as I'd like to be, and I'm working to make that change. But let's talk about a couple of those spoilers. Because there were a lot of theories. There were a lot of rumors. And are those rumors true? Were those rumors true? Did anything come to fruition? We'll get to that for a moment, but I'll run through some of my favorite parts of the episode. I love going back to Tatooine. I really loved seeing the ship repair technician. She was awesome. You know, she did that great over-the-top mom reaction that you get when she saw Baby Yoda again, and I love that. And my first thought to my wife is like, wow, she really went over the top. And I'm like, that's just like everybody else's mom, you know, when they see a baby. That was really cool. I love that interaction. And R5, right? If I'm remembering the name correctly. That was actually really cool. And he saw the damage on the back. So there's the confirmation, the char marks. This was a little bit paced slower than I thought it was going to be, but not in a bad way. There's a lot of character building needs to happen. There's a lot of like continued world building, I guess, maybe, if you will. Tell me what you guys think. Of the pacing. I really liked this as an opening volley, so to speak. And we definitely got to see the baby, right? We got to see the child a lot. Like that was my first inclination when I went to watch the episode right before it started. I want to see the baby. Show me the baby. And that was a good time. I really liked how they explored the other characters and the culture more in depth. That was pretty good. And there was a neat little cameo around the 13-minute, 8-second mark. Check that out. Where am I going with this? We were talking rumors. We're talking spoilers. There were a lot of rumors about, you know, Ahsoka Tano showing up, Boba Fett showing up, Cobb Vanth. Right from the get-go, you get Cobb Vanth show up wearing Boba Fett's armor, right? So right in that doorway, you see him standing there. That was the first inclination right away. Oh yeah, now this is Timothy Oliphant. I can tell just by the way he's standing. It's his signature kind of like Western gunslinger stance. You know, just the kind of the way he carries himself. I'm like, that's definitely Timothy Oliphant. Um, People called that. There was some information in the books that you know, led people to believe that this was actually what was going to be taking place. Is what he haphazardly came across Boba Fett's armor and was wearing it, and sure enough, there he is in the doorway. Got that gunslinger kind of a stance. His build is pretty easy to recognize, and it's confirmed as soon as he pulls the helmet off. So that theory came to fruition. Interesting how that was handled in the bar with Mando. Gotta stay caffeinated. But yeah, the big rumors of Ahsoka Tano. A lot of people, you know, over the last couple of weeks kind of toned it back, and, you know, she's not really going to show up in episode 1. And spoiler alert, she doesn't show up in episode 1. And there's more thought and more theory into the fashion that she's going to show up. I think it was episode 5, based on some of the stuff that they found. And man, I'm going to rewatch this again as soon as we're done here. I'm just kind of clicking through some of the scenes. God, the giant sandworm. Oh, really cool. Anakin's pod racer. Okay, that was really cool to see that repurposed at this point. And you saw Timothy Oliphant riding that. That was a really cool thing. I mean, you saw that and it was like, oh, that is awesome. That's really cool. God, what else did you guys pick up on? What else did you guys see that maybe you had to dig a little bit deeper on? I like the fact that they were going over the Death Star, and they specifically mentioned the second one being blown up. That added a lot more weight to the situation. Like I said, I felt like it was kind of slow, but it's paced that way on purpose. There's a lot of building that needed to be done, character building, world building. Him stealing those crystals and being found by the Jawa, Timothy Oliphant, and then haphazardly coming into Boba Fett's armor, I think that was done really well. I kind of wondered how that was going to play out, and I think it played out really well. But yeah, as far as his build and the way he carries himself, you know right away when you see him that it's definitely not Boba Fett. It's not truly Boba Fett. What I thought was really cool is how he utilized Boba Fett's rocket pack with the rocket on the back. Getting to see that in The Mandalorian, that was really cool. Ooh, gotta stay caffeinated. It is a busy day. I know a lot of people were up early to watch this or stayed up late. Yeah. Sand Raiders, I like how they went deeper into a lot of this. And I really like how the Mandalorian, Pedro Pascal, they have him conversing and spending time with them and understanding their culture, and the nuances of that adds a lot more to that dynamic in the story. And I really appreciated that. It was kind of like a lot of people talked about this, and I was really geeking up about this. Is expanding on that Star Wars universe or what's already there, but actually telling those stories out there further and getting a better understanding of what's happening with a lot of the other cultures and characters and everything else. And I'm like, this is really cool that you got to see that much this early in the season. Hey, Shattered Glass Comic Reviews, good to see you, man. Yeah, it was good. It was good. I'm curious, what was your favorite part, Shattered? I really like the part where they're in the valley and Mando starts conversing with those dogs, and then the Raiders. That was really cool because that comes right after seeing Timothy Oliphant riding Anakin's pod racer. I mean, the hype was up there, and I feel like they delivered. Even if I felt like the pacing was a little slower than I wanted it to be, I still really enjoyed it. But you know, the biggest rumor of Ahsoka Tano, you know, she doesn't show up. A lot of people going into episode 1 knew that they weren't going to drop that right in episode 1. That speculation that was going on for quite some time kind of edged back a little bit, and people were collecting and gathering everything they could to find out more, and realizing that, well, she's not going to show up in episode 1. And now the kind of running theory is that she's going to show up in episode 5. So we got 4 more weeks to find out about that one. I can't click through this fast enough, but I got to reread or rewatch it again. I really like how they fed the sandworm to keep it quiet, to keep it not nullified, but keep it satiated, to try to help out with that. The final fight scene, ooh, the standoff at the bar. Yeah, those are really good. I like the battle plan that they did too, with the dragon bones sitting there and the rocks representing the people, and Timothy Oliphant's like, that's not to scale. And Mando's like, that's definitely to scale. And then he just said, okay, bring in the townspeople. Here you go. He's like, I'm we're going to add your townspeople into this fight as well. That came to a shock to him, obviously. And then they're back at the bar trying to win those people over, and they're upset at first. But yeah, I'm getting right to the end. The big spoiler once again. Watch this on the rewind. If you haven't seen the episode, go watch it. Come back. I want to hear your comments at the end, because the big spoiler at the end is you get Tamira Morrison with the heel turn, spin around. He's battle scarred. He's worn. He looks like he's kind of possibly even burnt. It looks like he's been stripped of everything. He's got just a rifle and some sort of a staff. He's wearing some cloaks, or a cloak. Not even a cloak. Some sort of like a pullover. It's very Western-like. But it seems like, he's kind of lost everything or stripped of everything. So I'm curious if he's going to spin around and he's going to walk to either some sort of a ship or some sort of a transportation device, or if he's walking and there's nothing there and he's got nothing. He's just been surviving off the land. Who knows? I'm really interested to see that. What I really wanted to talk about really quick before I close out here is it's Tamir Morrison, spins around. You obviously see him, but there's no 100% rock solid confirmation that he is portraying Boba Fett. I think online he's credited as playing Boba Fett, but I'm talking about it like in the show, watching the show, because when they roll the credits, they don't credit the actors for what role they're playing. So I'm wondering why they don't do that. Is that a Jon Favreau thing? Is that just a Star Wars thing? Is that something that they don't want to put the character credits at the end for the actors? I don't know. I mean, obviously everybody's pretty much 100% with that he's playing Boba Fett, and I agree with them, but why not give the actor credit for the role at the end of the show? I got to go back and check out the credits from season 1. Maybe that's something they did in season 1. I can't really remember. But yeah, so as far as are the rumors true, the Boba Fett rumors are true. The Ahsoka rumor about her showing up, we got to wait a couple of weeks. Are the rumors true that she's showing up in episode 1? Absolutely not. She didn't show up in episode 1. Some people speculated that at the beginning is that she was going to show up the very beginning. And then other people really were like, well, why would they drop that nuclear bomb on us right on episode 1? There's a lot of story to tell to get to that point. So that's just an episode 1 thing. Wasn't going to happen. The theory is now, episode 5, we'll see what happens. But the rumor of Tamir Morrison playing Boba Fett seems to be very factual now. And we'll wait and see what happens at the next episode. I mean, why wouldn't he play Boba Fett now with the way they portrayed that? But I'm also wondering why they don't credit the actors for the characters in the credits. Like, curious. It's got my mind racing. It's got my brain thinking a lot, and I'm digging probably too deep into that. I should probably take it for face value and run with it, because that's really what it does look like, is that he's playing Boba Fett. And I think it was online somewhere. His agent, I think, at one point put up there that he's credited as playing Boba Fett in multiple episodes for this season. So, I mean, a lot of the information is there. A lot of the pieces of the puzzle are there, but I was just waiting for that one piece to say, yes, this is him, and yes, this is what he's playing in the episode. And they left it at a nice little cliffhanger. I like the way they ended it. Yeah, I do hope they do some sort of a flashback or something where they talk about how he escaped, or they really fill in that story on what Boba Fett's been doing, what he's been doing this whole time, and how his armor and his equipment got into the hands of the Jawa. And like I said, I really liked how Timothy Oliphant, Cobb Vanth, kind of haphazardly ran into that. He was about ready to die out in the desert and just happened to have that canister of crystals, and they wanted to trade for it. And He saw it, took it, ran with it. So yeah, it's all in all a great episode. I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10, so to speak, only because I felt like I wanted a little bit more. But as somebody watching a show or from a consumer standpoint, you're always going to want more, and you're always going to be left wanting something because that's kind of the bait and hook, right? They're going to try to reel you in. Hey, Drunk Gizmo Customs. Hey, good to see you. Appreciate you being here in the chat. I'm sure they will. I was surprised they went into the detail of how Cobb got the armor. I liked that. I really enjoyed that detail, that tidbit. Like I was saying, how he haphazardly ran into that, came across that, because I was looking for a little bit more. And like I said, they delivered some more there. And as a consumer of the show, I'm always going to be left wanting more. Their job as producers, directors, creators, and stuff like that is they're going to want to leave you with that feeling of wanting more. And they definitely did that. They succeeded there. So once again, thank you everybody for your time. Thanks for watching. I appreciate the connective and the continuity that we can kind of have and talk, and we can sit down and we can really nerd out about this. Now we play the waiting game till next Friday. And I think they're going to continue the same release timings. I imagine the East Coast is going to see episode 2 around 3 a.m. So my plan is to, actually sleep and get up early and watch it, staying up late to watch it, then getting a couple hours of sleep didn't really help because that threw off my whole morning and getting some other stuff done. But yeah, like I said, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your time nerding out with me. My question for you is, what do you guys think about them not crediting the character to the actor in the end credits? And how does that play in anything? Does it play in anything at all? Leave a comment down below. I'm really curious at what you guys think. And leave a comment down below telling me what you thought of the episode. Were you full on for it? Did you enjoy it? Was it a 10 out of 10 for you? Or did it leave you wanting a little more of this or a little more of that? Where did you land with that? So once again, I appreciate you guys' time. I'm going to go peace out. I'm going to go pinkies out. Catch y'all on the flip side for the next video. And my plan is I'm going to do this every Friday. And I'm going to catch every episode. And I want to sit down and talk with you guys about it for a little bit. Because couple of quick shout outs, Star Wars Explained YouTube channel. Check them out with great content. Star Wars Theory did an awesome watch party last night and did a good breakdown. Really good breakdown this morning. And the Den of Nerds, I know, is going to do something as well. Those are the 3 channels that I love watching regularly for Star Wars. And there's a ton of other Star Wars content out there. And yeah, like I said, peace out. Pinkies out. Catch y'all on the flip side for the next video. Really appreciate you guys' time. And don't forget, the most important part,
be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes.